guys, welcome back to another retro review, and today I am watching for the first time Mortal Engines. Mortal Engines, you can see here, is from the filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit movies. So yes, Peter Jackson is involved in this in a production capacity, and it is directed by Christian Rivers. The movie itself doesn't hold up that well at all. I was really looking forward to seeing this for the first time. I've never seen it. You know, it came out in 2018, so it's a 4-year-old movie, and I gotta say the good things about it first, because there was some good things, especially about this 4K disc. This was one of the best 4K looking discs I've ever watched. It was phenomenal. There was so much detail in the 4K. You know, there was like little strands of hair, and I literally could see every little strand. It looked really, really good. Dolby Atmos was like ridiculous. I had to turn the volume down. It was way too loud for like my room and stuff, and yeah, neighbors and stuff. But the Dolby Vision just made it look really good. And if you want something that's going to be demo worthy, this is like up there with like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 for me. Like, I've never found anything as close to that except this. This, like The Hobbit as well as The Lord of the Rings, is based on a book originally, and I guess it kind of makes sense why they decided to choose like The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit film team, because basically, you know, they did a good job, didn't they? You know, turning a book into a movie. So they tried it with this, and this flopped massively at the box office. This only took a revenue of $83 million based on a budget of $150 million. And I think all in with marketing costs, it like lost the studio $175 million. It just flopped, and I think I understand why. The trailer for this just basically is like Transformers. This is all about like, you know, the engines are basically cities, and people live on the cities, and you know, the engines can move, so that means the cities can move. And then they start fighting each other, and it's kind of like war, you know, trying to take over certain areas of war and stuff, and trying to take over territories or like invade cities. It's kind of the premise of it, and it didn't really go much further than that. It just was too ridiculous and out there to be taken seriously. You know, some of the characters as well, I didn't think the characters and the actors did a really good job. There wasn't really any standout performances, really, in my opinion. The main character here is a person called Hester, but playing Hester is Hera Hilmer, and I think she does a good job, but she doesn't really, you know, take it to the next level. When I first started watching it, I thought this is going to remind me a little bit of like the Hunger Games, and it kind of did, in terms of each, you know, like the cities becoming like, you know, the type of people, and then like the factions, I guess. But it just didn't go further than that. It just was trying to do all these VFX, which the VFX looked fantastic, but the plot really did let this down, which surprised me. When you think it's based on a book, you think the plot is kind of fine-tuned and done, and you're really, really good. But turning this from a book to a film, I'm sure hasn't been, well, it hasn't been great. And, you know, they definitely set this up for like a trilogy of movies or whatever, but obviously with this one, I'm pretty sure we're never going to see another one again. So it is a real shame, because it is something that genre-wise is right up my street, but I understand why it didn't work. Yeah. Rating the movie, I'm not going to be too harsh on it, because there was some bits I did like I said. So 3.5 out of 10 for me. You know, it's just below average. It wasn't terrible. I wasn't completely bored. The plot was just a bit uninspiring and just a bit, you know, predictable, and you know, some of the actors just didn't really perform wonders, in my opinion. They were just doing really mediocre work. The biggest actor in this movie is Hugo Weaving, who we of course have seen team up with Peter Jackson on things like The Lord of the Rings, but we also got Robert Sheehan as well. Now, Robert Sheehan has been in things like The Umbrella Academy, etc., so he's kind of a little bit popular, but other than that, they very much went with like up-and-coming actors, and just tried to, you know, try and kickstart people's careers. There also was Regé-Jean Page, who obviously is in Bridgerton and a kind of a worldwide success phenomenon now. But before all that, obviously, when he was in this, it's kind of maybe, I guess, put him on the map. But yeah, really, really a shame. Would I keep this in my collection? Yes, I will, because of the whole quality of the film. But it's a one-time watch, really. You know, unless you want to try out your speakers and your TV, I'd recommend it. If you want to watch the film and have any collection for the film, I wouldn't bother. You know, it's one of those. You probably could pick this up for £1 or £2 on Blu-ray, and you'll be pretty much, you know, you'll be fine with that. So there it is. There is my retro review of Mortal Engines. I'm really disappointed. I hoped I liked this film, but I didn't. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, of course, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.